Hey guys, it's your girl, Happy Teach. Hey, I was like, I want to get on here more often and create more videos, really, really short, quick videos and stuff like that. So I am about like just different techniques. So today I figure let's make a heart, but super easy, right? Instead of going through, there's so many ways to make it with the pen tool and things like that, but we're just going to do it probably the most basic way ever. But first I will show you how to make one through the shape tool. So first we need a document. If you guys don't know how to create a document and you're brand new to Illustrator, so I'm just going to go to new, and typically, so up here tells like your intent. If I'm just making something quick, I might do art and illustration and then see the options that it gives me, and I might choose one. So I'm going to do that. So I'll just choose poster for now, and I'll hit create. All right, so now we have a document. Usually I work with perfect squares when I'm doing things like this, but that's okay. I do want to see my grids for this one, so I'm going to go up to view. If you haven't worked with grids before, they're amazing and they're going to help you make sure that you keep everything straight, so that's why I like it. So I'm going to go to view. I'm going to go down to show grid. And then you can control the grid. We'll talk about all that later, but just for now, I just want to see the grid. And you might not like the grid, so don't have the grid. It is your choice. You don't have to. I just want to. All right, so what I'm going to do now, and some people find the grid distracting, so again, all you just go over to view, and then you can hide it. So I'm going to go to the shape tool, and I'm going to grab an ellipse. And typically, an easy way to make a heart is to, there's so many, but I'm going to hold shift. So all I did was I just drew an ellipse out. If that was too fast for you, let me do it again. I'm going to find a corner, and I'm going to hold shift, and then I'm just going to draw this shape out. So I'm going to go back to my tool panel over here. I'm going to get the up arrow, which is the selection tool. And the reason I'm going to get that, you guys know me, know I love shortcuts, so I'm going the long way to make sure you guys know how to do this. So what I'm going to do is right now it comes in default. Default right now is the fill is white, the stroke is black. You can look over here in the tool panel to see that. It is over here to the left where the white swatch and the black swatch are. So right now my stroke is in the forefront. My fill is behind it, and the way that you know that is because whichever one is on top. So I can click on this arrow and see how it'll swap them out for us. But right now, this is okay. I'm just going to keep it there. And what I am going to do, and this is a shortcut, but it's super easy. If you hold down your Alt or Option, if you're on a Mac, it's Option. If you're on a PC, it's Alt. They both do the same thing. So what I'm going to do is my hand is off the mouse. I'm holding it down, and what you will see is this little double arrow. It's kind of like the black little arrowhead and the white outline stroke of black arrowhead right below it. What that's going to allow us to do is to copy this. So I'm going to hold that down. I'm going to also hold shift. Oh, sorry. I forgot. All right, so I'm going to hold that down. I'm going to start dragging first. Then I'm going to hold shift, and I'm just going to pull it out. And right now, the only goal is just to pull these two out. So I have these two shapes. And so right about now, I'm thinking about how I want this shape to be. We're going to form a heart from this. And that's really what we're going to form. Or, they look like owl eyes right now. It's kind of cool too. So what I'm going to do, an easy way to do this is I'm going to hold Option again. I'm going to select it, hold Option again. And remember, you got to select it to affect it. I'm going to get those dual arrows. I'm going to pull that out, and I'm going to pull this right here. So right now, you're thinking, how the heck is this going to form a heart? But trust me, it will. It's okay. All right, so now I have, it looks like Mickey Mouse, but it's not. It's a shape. And you can make your heart any way that you want, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to select these two, okay? Because like I said, this is going to be the heart. I'm going to come down here, and then I'm going to go around here. So that's going to be a heart. So I just want these two selected, and I'm going to combine them. But as a matter of fact, let me make sure I give it a little overlap, just because. So I'm holding shift, and I'm just moving it over, okay? And if I wanted to, if you're like, oh yeah, but what if I want my heart top to be a little bit longer, you can do that. Like, you know, ooh, I want the shape of the heart. So what I'm looking at is how I want to form this heart. And honestly, I might have it too pointy. I don't know. You know what? But it's okay. It's my world. So I'm going to undo that. I'm just going to keep it the round heart. But it's up to you. You can make all sorts of cool things with the heart. You can make one side larger than the other, one side. It's just things to think about as you do it. All right. So I have these two selected. I'm going to go to my Pathfinder tool. So I'm going to go to Properties. And I'm going to go to Pathfinder and I'm going to choose Unite. So when I unite it, you will see now it's forming this shape. And again, that is going to be the top of the heart. Now, so you're like, okay, well, that don't look like no heart. I know, it's okay. I'm going to move this and center this. And so what I'm going to do next is select this one. And then I'm going to go to the words. I'm going to go to the direct selection tool. I'm going to select this point. Notice how it is selected. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see. It is selected because this point is filled in and all the other points are hollow. So I have my solid point because all I did was click on it. So I'll do it again. Click on that point. And now what I can do is I'm going to move this down kind of like to, let me see right here. Okay, because this is going to be the base of the heart, but I don't want it rounded. I kind of want it to be a sharp point. So I'm going to go over to my properties panel. I'm going to see this convert, and I'm going to click on that, and it's going to convert it from a rounded point to a short point. If you didn't see that again, I'll undo just to show you again. I make sure that this point is selected and all the rest are hollow, and they are. And I'm going to my properties panel and I'm going down where it says convert. And then I'm just going to choose the first sharp one, which if you hover over it says converts the selected anchor point to a corner point. So I'm going to click on that. And now I have this corner point. Okay. All right, so that was step one. And now I'm looking at this and it's like, that's still not a heart. I know, it's okay. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna grab the black arrow. I'm gonna hold Alt or Option again. I'm gonna bring this out so that I can kind of get the bottom of this heart the way that I want it. And it takes finagling, it just does, that's what it is. I'm gonna bring this up some with my up arrow, or I can just drag this until I see this heart form that I want. Right now, I'm pretty happy with, oops, look at my screen. I don't know what's happening with my screen, but okay. I'm pretty happy with this. What I look at is how these are gonna line up. Are they gonna line up straight like I want them? And as I look at it, it looks like it's going to. There might be a little overlap, but we'll see. Oh, that's all right, so I'm just gonna go for it, and then we'll, you know what, we can always modify if we need to. But what I'm looking for is intersection, so that there is no pop-out piece. This all come out as one. So I'm gonna select it all, and if it doesn't, it's gonna make points, and we'll be able to manipulate those points, which is awesome. So I'm gonna select it all, and I'm gonna choose Unite, and I'm gonna unite the shape. Okay, and this is what I was talking about that I didn't want to happen. It just means that I didn't have it lined up correctly, but that's okay, because what I can do is get the white arrow and I can click on this to select it, and that's the point that's giving me an issue. I have options. I can click the minus sign on my keyboard and it's going to turn into this pen with a minus, and I can click that out. I can do the same on this side, and then I can either grab these and make these, see how it made that pointy part right here? I can either grab these and manipulate those angles, or I can, so if I choose this one and I manipulate this out, I'll pull it down just a little bit, maybe to here, or maybe to, and this is why I like the grid, because now I can make sure I'm going the same point on the other side. So I'm just dragging this down a little bit. See how now the point is smoothing out. And I'm gonna look at how many grids I have down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then I'm gonna go over here and do the same thing. I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna bring this down and make sure I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And once I have that, I have, voila, a heart. Okay, so that is one way to do it with the shape. There's so many ways. There's a way to make this perfect, you know, and then I'll do another video on that. But this isn't the purpose of this video. It's not even the purpose to show you this. It's just to show you that you can do it with the shape tool. You can also do it with the pen tool in 3 point. Drag 1, 2, yep, in 3 points. But that's not the purpose of this. What I want to show you is the easiest way to make it, which is so cool. All right, so I'm going to click on the pen tool, and I'm just going to, let me zoom in. All right, so I have the pen tool, and I'm just going to make a point here, a point here, a point here. I'm going to hit escape so that I can get out of this tool. I'm going to change the color just a little bit. This one isn't necessary. I'm just doing it because that's what I do. All right, so I'm gonna change the color. I can decide if I want this to be wider, so I might bring this over here, you know, more so. Or I can decide if I want it to be narrower, or I can decide if I want to be taller. But the point is, all we have, if we hit Command Y, so you can see outline mode, all we have is 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. That's it. That's all we've done. I'm gonna hit Command Y again. What Command Y is your outline mode. So I'm gonna hit it again so that I can see. And what that allows you to do is to see your design without any fill, so that you can see exactly what the line is, and things like that without distractions. So I'm gonna hit Command Y again so that I can show it. And here's the kicker. I'm gonna select this, right? And I'm gonna go to the stroke panel. That's what I'm gonna use, is the stroke panel. And so using the stroke panel, as a matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of fill so you can see this. Or should I keep it in? Okay, I'm gonna get rid of it for a second so that you can see this. Okay, so all we have is our lines. I'm probably gonna boost up this stroke a lot, just so that you guys can see it. Also, we got to manipulate the stroke anyway, because that's what, so I'm increasing the stroke. I'm probably going to go about 15. All right, so I'm going to go to the stroke panel. So in properties, stroke, I'm going to click on the word stroke. It has that underline under it. Anytime you see the dotted underline, that's telling you there's another dialog box. I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to change the cap and the corner point of this stroke to round it. So if I change the cap, you'll see that it changed the stroke at the bottom. But if I change the cap of all, you'll see that it also changes the strokes on the ends. And you're like, okay, big deal. Not great, you know, this is what you did, but check this out. I'm just gonna go crazy with my stroke. That's all. I'm just gonna go crazy, something crazy, and I just want you to see. Look at this heart forming. Do you see the heart? Do you see the heart? Do you see the heart? Check that out, right? So that's a really, really quick, easy, dirty way to make a heart. You know what I mean? With just a stroke. And you know, we can change the color of the stroke we want. Let's make the stroke. Let's make this one like a purplish color. Okay. So check that out. So super easy way to make a heart with just 2 points, all right, or 3 points. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy, just super easy. And then we can go ahead and look at both of our hearts. You know, we have this heart, and you can still manipulate the line if you want to, do something else with it, but wow, right? Super fast. We didn't have to take the pen tool, manipulate it to, and it is super easy to make with the pen tool. We didn't have to do that. We didn't have to mess around and manipulate shapes. We pretty much just created this heart from, you know, click, point, click, right? Super easy. So that's all I wanted to show you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a like and maybe subscribe to the channel. That would be awesome. And also comment and let me know. All of these things help me out, you know, with the site and making videos and stuff. And, you know, kind of helps me with analytics and stuff like that. So that would be cool. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in the next tutorial. Ta-ta for now.